How well do you really know Inazuma 11? Well, this is one fact about every single Raimon member, excluding any of the stupid anime-only ones. Make sure you let me know down below how many of these you already knew. And yes, I did take most of these from the Inazuma 11 wiki. Massive shout out to that. Let's hop in. Mark Evans is typically Earth element, but in Inazuma 11 SD, his element was changed to Wind for the second half of the Midsummer Soccer Festa event. Nathan has relatives that cultivate mushrooms and long onions in the mountains, according to the Axel Blaze spin-off manga. Jack won the popularity polls for the Inazuma 11 movie and the Inazuma 11 Go vs. Danball Senki movie thanks to an organized rigging group, the Inazuma 11 Mafia. Hackers looked underneath Jim's bangs in the first game, and what they saw is that his eyes are black and his eyebrows do not match his hair color, which is a bit terrifying. In the first game, Todd is the only character who reads every message on the blog. Absolute sado. In Inazuma 11 Go, Steve has the lowest untrained luck stat. According to Inazuma 11 Reloaded, Timmy, Todd, Sam, and Jack are all in the same science class. In the Inazuma 11 manga, Sam is completely absent from Raimon, instead being replaced by Paul Peabody. So let's do a fact about Paul Peabody. He plays 3 different positions across Inazuma 11. He plays defender in the first 3 games, goalkeeper in Chrono Stones and Galaxy, and finally he plays midfielder in the manga. Despite being a forward, the first game is the only game where Max actually learns a shot. In the Galaxy games, Axel is the only character that can be recruited in 6 different forms. In Inazuma 11 Go, we find out that Kevin played for an Italy Pro League team. And in Go Galaxy, he's pictured on the cover of a magazine where he is standing inside a stadium almost identical to the San Siro in Milan, Italy. So, this probably means that the team he played for is the Inazuma 11 version of either AC Milan or Inter Milan. In the Inazuma 11 Go games, Willy has an LBX in his room. LBX obviously being another level 5 franchise. In Bobby's concept art, his early Japanese name was shown to be Jimon. During one of the trailers for the Japanese version of the Despicable Me movie, Jude says that his goggles have a 3D effect, and that he doesn't need to wear 3D glasses in the cinema. Which, I feel there's a lot of things to question there. Eric has 2 forms in Inazuma 11 3. His normal form, which is his unicorn form, and his Raimon form, which is only obtainable by Super Link. His Raimon form has atomic flare. In Inazuma 11's English anime localization, Jude says that Shadow is a forward for brainwashing. Tori is the first person to use a Hizatsu technique outside of matches and training sessions in episode 48 of the anime. In the manga, Sean never rejoins Inazuma Japan after being injured. He just dies. That's a joke. Sean doesn't die. I feel like I should clarify that in case a 7-year-old cries tonight. In Inazuma 11 2, Scotty's alter ego form has the highest untrained body stat in the game, despite being literally 2 feet tall. Sue's Inazuma Japan jersey has the highest jersey number in the whole Inazuma 11 universe. It's the number 728. Darren played the least for Inazuma Japan in the FFI. He played as a midfielder once and twice as a goalkeeper. According to the December 2012 issue of Animage, director Mayo Yoshikazu, I'm so sorry that I butchered that, revealed that he wanted Hurley to be in the Inazuma 11 Go movie, but it never happened. Sam Gokhan was the captain of Raimon before he gave his position to Ricardo. Obviously, Rusty's dub name is an obvious car reference. But did you know that the phrase Kurama in his Japanese name actually also means car? So it does come from somewhere. In 2012, in a Famitsu magazine with a character poll of who people wanted to see in Super Smash Bros. And Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, Gabby finished 18th. Wanli's dub name, Wanli Chan Cheng, is the romanization of the Chinese name for the Great Wall of China, which is a reference to obviously his Izatsu technique, the Great Wall of China. JP's dub name, Jean-Pierre Lapin, is derived from the French ex-football player Jean-Pierre Papin, except with more rabbit. Ade Kebe has a Geordie accent in the dub games, which is my native accent, if you couldn't tell from the fact that I sound exactly like him. In the anime, Eugene Peabody was unable to get Liu Bei's autograph because Aitor forgot to ask for it, but in the games, he was able to get the autograph from Liu Bei in person, meaning that anime Eugene is a lot sadder than game Eugene. An Orion costume was added in the 3rd DLC of Yokai Gorken Y Gorken Sayakatsu, which is another level 5 game. Did you know that Ricardo trained his cats to paint portraits and play the piano? In the 1st and 2nd Inazuma 11 Strikers game, Victor cannot wear any uniform other than Raimon's. Instead, he wears his casual clothes that he wore at the start of Inazuma 11 Go. Now, Michael Balzac is the funniest dub name without a shadow of a doubt, because Ballsack, but it's actually derived from the German ex-football player Michael Ballack. Did you know there are only 4 instances where Shun is not seen together with Hugh? And did you know that Shun and Hugh have the least record of playing for Raimon Go? They only played against Dragon Link in the anime as substitutes for Eugene and Ade. Did you know Roma is one of the few characters to retain his original Japanese name into the dub? And Aitor is the only player in Shinsei Inazuma Japan without a fighting spirit. Lucian's dub name means light, meaning his name is literally Light Dark. I definitely did not forget that the Chrono Stone characters existed the first time I did this, and so this is definitely not added in afterwards. Both Faye and Goldie are based on the Moon Rabbit, an East Asian folklore depicting a rabbit pounding mochi on the moon. In Inazuma 11 Go Strikers 2013, voice files found in the game indicate that Goldie was originally meant to have log roll and dance on air, although animations do not exist for either. In Inazuma 11 Go, Bylong has the highest untrained kickstart. This is a really cute one. Soul's best friend is Saturn. Soul's dub name may sound stupid, but it is actually derived from the word Saw, which is a reference to his ability to control the ball in midair and his Mixi-Max. Moving on to Inazuma 11 Ares, there's not a whole lot of facts about these guys, but what we do know is a bit about the early stages of development for them. For instance, Sandra was meant to be Earth Element, and Kiko was meant to be Wind Element. Trevor's family name was meant to be Bansaku instead of Mansaku, and Caesar was originally going to be a defender. Nino's Japanese name may be a reference to her Tori Hanzu, a famous samurai often depicted as a ninja in media. Did you know that Cliff in Inazuma 11 SD learns the Wall, Super Armadillo, and Mega Quake, which is only one move away from Jack Wallside's Inazuma 11 1 moveset. They are the same man. Maxime is the only member of Inokuni Raimon, excluding Elliot, not to play every minute of every match. Out of the 7 Inokuni Raimon players who joined Inazuma Japan, did you know that Valentine is the only one to retain his shirt number? Did you know that Adriano is Hino's favorite player from Inokuni Raimon? And did you know that Sunny appeared as an obtainable yokai in collaboration with Yokai Watch Puni Puni, which is another level 5 game? Now, you may know about Basil's red card in the anime, but did you know that in the Inazuma 11 Ares manga, he's the first ever player to get a yellow card? According to a Hino interview, Elliot's number at Inokuni Raimon, which is 14, is a reference to Jude's number at Raimon, which was also 14. And finally, did you know that Kiyono Kyuta exists? Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope you enjoyed and maybe learned something new. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and all that fun stuff if you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.